Strengthened relations with Venezuela improves Dominica's prospects for more aid in light of post-Erika recovery efforts. St. Kitts Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris pledges his country's support for Dominica during his first official visit, and a $5 million setback for Dominica's hydropower infrastructure. I am Lourianne Graham Carter with the Channel 5 News. Details coming up.
Whenever a bottle of Major Brandy is opened, you get 3 wishes granted. First, your wish that you can rely on your favorite drink to have that great taste each and every time will come true. Second, your wish that your favorite drink would always be available at your favorite bar in Dominica will be granted. Your third wish that the price would be so low that you can buy that special someone around without feeling a pinch in your pocket. 3 reasons to make Major Brandy your #1 choice.
The right room temperature is essential for a good night's sleep, and your broken AC unit is making matters worse. You toss and turn all night, and fanning is not the answer. It's time to end your nightmare. Come to Tong Refrigeration Center at Foncollet, where we meet all your air condition needs. Tong Refrigeration Center also provides a range of parts, including circuit boards, compressors, capacitors, coil, gas, and more. Visit Tong Refrigeration Center at Foncollet today. Now you can sleep in comfort.
Here's a cool way to make some quick cash with the Dominica National Lottery. Simply go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery, and like our page. Fill out a simple form and that's it. Every week, one lucky fan will win $250. Yep, 250 big ones just for liking our page. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? Hurry to facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery and start winning. Draw takes place every Friday.
At Quartz, it's the biggest mattress clearance event of the year. We're making room for all new models. So, for a limited time, purchase any mattress, base, or divan and get a second one half price. Everything must go. So, head down to Quartz now and take advantage of the biggest mattress clearance event of the year with nothing down and nothing to pay for 90 days. Only at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
In the news, a 36-year-old relationship between Dominica and the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela has advanced following an official visit to the island by President Nicolas Maduro on Wednesday. Idona John Baptist attended the ceremony where His Excellency Maduro formally handed over a Petro Casa to Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit.
2 years after assuming the office of President of Venezuela, His Excellency Maduro visited the island for the first time as president. He previously visited the island in 2007 as Venezuela's Foreign Affairs Minister, along with Hugo Chavez, who was president at that time.
Police security at almost every rank of the Dominica police force was at hand to receive the Venezuela leader and his delegation.
Y si es verdad que es mucho lo que se ha hecho en estos 10 años de lucha difícil, también hay que decir que es mucho, pero mucho lo que está por hacer todavía por la felicidad y la integración de nuestro pueblo.
And if it is true that we've done a lot over the last 10 years, it is also true that we still have a lot to do to achieve the happiness, the integration, the realization of our people.
Que nadie se duerme en los laureles.
So we cannot sleep in our laurels.
Y al contrario, ajustemos el camino y busquemos la mayor eficiencia, la mayor eficacia en todos los acuerdos y en todas las políticas que llevemos adelante.
And we need to strengthen our work and the efficiency that we have to obtain a better agreement and better policies for our people.
Other than handing over a Petro Casa to the government, President Maduro attended 2 separate bilateral meetings with Prime Minister Skerrit and President Savre.
Para ver desde el ALBA y desde Petrocaribe, desde Venezuela, en qué podemos ayudar aún más a la recuperación y a Dominica para que se levante lo más rápido posible.
We are going to sit down and discuss with them and with ALBA and Petrocaribe, how together we can do more in order to restore the situation in Dominica and to restore the hope of the people in Dominica and to help them more than what we have done so far.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit told the Venezuelan head of government Dominica is comforted that it is not alone in its struggle to rebuild the country post-Storm Erika.
From the moment the storm impacted upon us, President Maduro mobilized the Venezuelan people immediately. He did not wait for me to call him or for me to write to him to indicate to the Venezuelan government and the people that the true friendship of Venezuela will be manifested in its response to Dominica's disaster.
Prime Minister Skerrit referred to Maduro as a true disciple of Hugo Chavez.
As Prime Minister of this country, I did not ask President Maduro for 300 homes. I did not ask him for 3 homes. I did not ask him for 30 homes. He has taken a decision on behalf of his people to offer this hand of friendship and generosity to our people. And for us, it is a very emotional thing because we understand and appreciate the challenges which Venezuela is undergoing at present.
The government of Venezuela will give Dominica 300 petrocasas. This will go to displaced people impacted by Tropical Storm Erika. Julia Bruno of Jubic is one of them. Julia Bruno, tell us about your situation.
Well, as everybody knows from now, the people of Jubic has been evacuated. We are not going back to live at Jubic, as the Prime Minister said, and our pal Rep, and the people of Jubic are scared of what happened. Looking at one of the petrocasa houses, I believe it looked good, and I think we will benefit from it. The people of Jubic who own their homes will benefit. I was one of them who owned my home. Now I can not go back to my home.
Ms. Bruno, you're also one of the shelter managers for the shelters down on the south. What is the situation in Jubic? How many people have remained there?
Jubic is a population of 150 or maybe less. We have left 13 people behind. They do not want to leave their home because they are comfortable at their home. But we are at the community center, 87 of us. It is tight, but we know it is just for a time.
According to official reports, as of September 15th, 713 people have evacuated their homes and 574 are homeless due to Storm Erika's destruction.
Well, my home keeps standing, but on both sides of it, we're in between 2 rivers and a lot of landslides below and above and rivers on both sides. So we was in a trap. If we had to die or to go, we would have gone in that also. I had to try my best to evacuate my family too, but my mother is an 82-year-old lady, Paulina Darrow. She's partially blind, and she's at the home for the retired at Mont Daniel, mother, lady of Mont Carmel.
Where have you been living since the incident?
Well, I've been living by a friend of mine at Buffett State. Yeah, that is Apartment Square in Buffett State. That's where the person really accommodate me and welcome me, and I appreciate that very much.
Dominica established diplomatic ties with Venezuela in 1979, a year after the island attained political independence from Britain. Idona John Baptist, Channel 5 News.
Meantime, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Timothy Harris, also made his first official visit to Dominica and has pledged added support to the country in the wake of the storm.
Prime Minister Timothy Harris accompanied President Maduro to Dominica on Wednesday for a ceremony at the Douglas Charles Airport. As of December 2014, St. Kitts was one of the newest regional members of the Venezuela-led Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of Our America, better known as ALBA. Prime Minister Harris was elected to office 7 months ago. His administration has given the government of Dominica $1 million EC to help with storm recovery efforts. Dr. Harris spoke to members of the media following Wednesday's ceremony.
Having interacted with the people, I feel good. I think that the people of Dominica, those affected who are represented here, they are taking it in good stride. They understand that this is a difficult period, and yet even in this moment of difficulty, they have to find the strength and wherewithal to move on with their lives. Our coming here today was to assure the people that governments elsewhere are concerned about their plight. Governments elsewhere will come to help the people of Dominica.
In these economic times, what do you think propelled you to give so much to Dominica?
Well, the strong friendship I've had with Prime Minister Skerrit, but more importantly, we recognize that the people of Dominica had suffered a terrible devastation and setback. And initially, Dominica was not in the pathway. St. Kitts and Nevis was. So it was, as it were, through the grace of God, that the storm, as it were, avoided us and didn't do anything significant relative to what was done in Dominica. And in the context of that, we felt that it was important that we show in a real serious way that we were committed to the recovery efforts.
Can the government of Dominica expect any further assistance from your government?
We did say that that was an initial contribution. And certainly as we relate with our colleague head of government and as we regionally and otherwise get a better picture of what is needed, the people and government of Dominica can count on the continuing support of the people and government of St. Kitts and Nevis.
In more news, government will soon sign contracts with a company to build a Bailey Bridge over the Boitica Gorge.
There has been no motorable access between Boitica and Daly since Storm Erika struck on August 27th. Preliminary estimates of damage to roads and bridges as of September 15th totaled $612,700,000. A Bailey Bridge will be installed at Boitica after a bypass has been built over the Boitica Gorge. Preliminary works at the site proposed for the bypass linking Boitica and Daly's began on Tuesday.
All the bypass is being constructed all now, so yes. The heavy equipment is there. It should take between a week and a half to 2 weeks to get the equipment in there in terms of doing the necessary. We're still not aware in terms of the soil type and how it will react to the soil, so that's why the heavy equipment is there. And after that, we will make a determination, hopefully in a week and a half to 2 weeks. By then after, we'll examine in terms of the earth type, in terms of how it's going to be, in terms of the danger and everything. So during that time, we will take the determination as to what's going on.
Barbados-based NSG West Indies Limited is responsible for the bridging equipment, and the team from that company, along with Dutch engineers, have already installed a Bailey Bridge at Point Round, with 2 waiting to be installed at Bartley and Makoshui.
We also will sign a contract very soon with a company to build a Bailey Bridge between Boitica and over the Boitica Gorge, and we should sign a contract very soon. The Bailey Bridge in Boitica, we expect it to take between 3 to 4 months. As soon as the contract is signed, we expect between 3 to 4 months it will be constructed. So we're hoping during that time.
In other news, DOMLEC's $5.3 million damage report at Padu may increase after assessments of generating units in that area are done. The company's hydroelectric system at Padu in Trafalgar was among the hardest hit by Tropical Storm Erika.
We had severe flooding, which we had to clean up, and so even as we speak, we have the persons who manufactured the 2 generating units. They are on island doing an assessment of the units themselves. But besides that, the Padu intake well was also damaged by the river. It's located at Trafalgar, that's where the water flows through, and was severely damaged as well. And also the intake at Clark's River, which feeds the freshwater lake, was also, the pipeline there was damaged. And portions of the pipeline from Trafalgar to Padu was also damaged.
Mackenzie says since the storm, 2 generating units have been off due to the flooding at the turbine house where they were located. She says an assessment currently being conducted there will determine whether the generating units were compromised.
That has affected our capacity, our generation capacity, because usually Padu, the 2 sets at Padu would give us between 1.3 to 1.4 megawatts, and so we don't have that. And so our generation capacity. So we're also looking at that, how we can bridge the shortfall as well.
Celebrations to observe World Rivers Day will be enhanced this year as a special tribute activity for those who have lost their lives during Storm Erika is being organized. Sunday, 27th September will be recognized as World Rivers Day.
And we will begin at St. Alphonsus Church at 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll have the scout troops from Goodwill and from Maho, the Girl Guides, the Brownies. We're expecting the firemen will be there as well. And after the church celebration in Goodwill, we will process to the Rosa Market, where we will have, special memorial activities. We ask people to bring wreaths and so on. Nationally, we are hoping that at 12 o'clock we'll have 2-minute silence, and then we'll have the conch shells being blown all over the island, we hope. Again, we are working with the cultural division, and I think the efforts have been raised so we can make this a national event.
World Rivers Day is a celebration of the world's waterways. It highlights the many valleys of rivers and strives to increase public awareness and encourages the improved stewardship of rivers around the world. This year, the theme in Dominica has changed from "Where have all our rivers gone?" to "God has spoken to us through our rivers, let us listen."
This, over the past 10 years, have been the message of the World Rivers Day Committee. Are we recognizing, the hand of God in our nature? We boast of 365 rivers. What is our attitude? With the visit of Tropical Storm Erika, I think as a people, as a nation, life cannot be the same. Life cannot be the same. We must, have a whole attitudes towards our rivers and our water resources. I think it is important, and I think people are calling for our laws and our constitutions to be changed as far as our water resources are concerned.
Dominica is the only country in the Caribbean which celebrates World Rivers Day and has been doing so for the past 10 years. Father Coffey is encouraging Dominicans to be more responsible in their use of rivers.
For example, the day after the storm, I was right at the Rosa Market, and I saw people actually dumping right from KFC Save a Lot from that area, dumping galvanized and this back into the river. I was I've been going to almost every disaster area, and clothes got destroyed as a result of the river, the water, and people were taking the clothes that was soil and dump it back in the river. We're saying this cannot continue. We need to be more sensitive. We need to respect. And of course, our God is a loving God. Our God is a merciful God. Our God doesn't want all that pain and that hurt that we are going through as a nation. He doesn't want that, but we have to take responsibility.
Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News. You are watching Channel 5 News. Coming up, West Indies Cricket Board to help in Dominica's recovery efforts when we return.
Homework, research, school-based assessments. Visit the Muslim store today and give your child the tools that they need to succeed. Tablets as low as $399.99. Laptops starting at $16.95. Or get a complete package including a desktop computer with camera, speakers, table and chair. So don't let your child's education suffer. Come down to the Bayfront Roseau and check out these incredible prices. Only at the Muslim store. Locally born, locally grown.
Cash now, then the National Cooperative Credit Union is the way to go. Get up to $8,000 right now with a Now for Now loan. Go to our website at nccudominica.com for details and apply for a Now for Now loan at any NCCU branch to get your cash right now.
Here's a cool way to make some quick cash with the Dominica National Lottery. Simply go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery, and like our page. Fill out a simple form and that's it. Every week, one lucky fan will win $250. Yep, 250 big ones just for liking our page. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? Hurry to facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery and start winning. Draw takes place every Friday.
wider awake with Beauty Rest, the only mattress that combines the support of legendary Beauty Rest pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Beauty Rest. It's you fully charged.
Available exclusively at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. The twin communities of Kulibistri and Monrachet have received appliances from DOMLEC that will benefit people from these areas seeking shelter at the Monrachet Community Center. Kulibistri and Monrachet are among the communities which the electricity company adopted following Storm Erika. They have since provided them with relief supplies. On Thursday, DOMLEC returned to the Monrachet Community Center to present the community with additional items they had requested.
We brought some of this stuff, and now we are hearing that you also require a stove with oven. So we are also going to do that for you. So the total will be about the total assistance, in addition to the $15,000 that we had done for these free communities, will be about $5,000. We will also make available on a needs basis a generator for use when there is no power.
The electricity company also promised to absorb the cost of power utilized at the shelter while evacuees were being accommodated for there. DOMLEC's contribution is expected to enhance the image of the resource center for persons in need.
We really particularly welcome the gesture of DOMLEC, not only in the presentation today, but what they've done a few days after Erika by way of providing and donating relief and providing much relief to the people of Kulibistri and Monrachet by extension. As you can see, we are grateful for what you've given. There is still a long way that we have to go in terms of equipping the shelter.
Currently, the development center is not housing any of the members since they have moved on to other locations.
We haven't it by day, we haven't little by little, but the most we had was going up to 42. It's still having Monrachet, but they go to close family and best friends. Yeah, and 1 or 2 have house renting, I don't know.
In related news, the communities of Kulibistri and Kolio have received more financial assistance from a local business house. On Thursday, the Dominica National Lottery, DNL, made the donation to the respective members of parliament for those affected areas. Ken George of the Dominica National Lottery said the corporation was playing its part in assisting those severely affected by the passage of Tropical Storm Erika. The communities of Kulibistri and Koliho were chosen for this specific contribution, which totals over $85,000.
We are presenting today 172 vouchers. We call it Erika Relief vouchers, 172 at the value of $500 per voucher to every individual, which makes our contribution for the relief so far about $86,000 that we at the Dominica National Lottery we are extending to the various communities. Out of the 172 vouchers, 125 of these vouchers will be allocated to the community of Kulibistri, and 47 of those vouchers will be allocated to the Kolio community.
These vouchers from the DNL are valid until 31st January 2016 and redeemable at all outlets of J.S. Stefan and Company Limited. Member of Parliament for the Kolio constituency says the financial donation will greatly assist the community in recovering from the ravages of Tropical Storm Erika.
I think we need maybe to move out of the supplies, and this will help our people to select, purchase the things that they really need, because we need our economy to come back. And so if we give them this money, they can now go into the shops, shop, and boost the economy again. And I think the people of Koliho, the constituents of Koliho, will be exceedingly happy. I hope they make the best use of it. And I just want to say thank you so much. It couldn't be a better gesture for the people than that.
It is expected that the donation from DNL will help the people of Kulibistri move forward from the effects of the tropical storm.
Erika did a lot to Kulibistri and Kolio as well. And in terms of the people, the life of the people, it has changed for life. They has changed. But how do we move back to normal? I think
Lotto is doing an excellent, making an excellent contribution towards that, helping people get back stuff for their homes through Asta funds, and I think that is an excellent gesture.
The Dominica National Lottery, through assistance from another Caribbean lottery organization, has also been giving to others heavily affected by the tropical storm.
The Grenada National Lottery Authority provided us with some relief items which we distributed during the course of last week and this week, and we gave 3 of our affected agents directly who were impacted in the businesses. We gave them relief. We at the National Lottery, we further went on and remembered the senior citizens of the Petit Savon area who were displaced from their home, and they were all at Mount Carmel home for the aged, and we provided them with supplies of adult Pampers.
In some sports news, Senior Communications Officer at the West Indies Cricket Board WICB says they hope to raise $1 million in aid of Dominica's post-Erika recovery efforts.
This effort is being undertaken in collaboration with the University of the West Indies.
We are roughly trying to reach a number of $1 million. That'll be the target figure that the organizers between the West Indies Cricket Board and the University of the West Indies have said they were trying to target.
A number of athletes will be present at the games, including Curtly Ambrose and Brian Lara.
2 legends of West Indies cricket, Curtly, Alcon, Linwall, Ambrose, and of course the batting legend Brian Lara. Then there is 2 other sporting celebrities in Dwight York, the former Trinidad and Tobago football captain and Manchester United star, and the Jamaican track and field star Johan Blake.
A local cricket commentator says that the upcoming charity event is a sign of cohesiveness between Caribbean people in this time of crisis.
Joseph Thomas was referring to a cricket match that is to be held on Saturday where other athletes will be showing their support. He added that the gesture by the West Indies Cricket Board is commendable and that top players from Dominica should take part in the match.
Well, the West Indies Board, I think, decided to do this charity match for the benefit of Dominica because of this ensuing storm Erika. I think it's a very good gesture. I mean, Caribbean people are one, and we want to know that in times like these that we can come to each other's aid and benefit, and certainly this is a very good gesture by the West Indies Cricket Board. You've got to get as many of the West Indies persons as possible. I understand Brian Lara is going to be there, Dwight York is going to be there, there are a couple Jamaican. It would be good if we could have probably gotten 1 or 2 Dominican top players to be part and parcel.
And in local sports, the Kubuli Chebe Sao 3-hand Domino League had the remix game 1 with 86 those 3 points. Hurt them 68 those 2 points, and the Strikers 66 those 1 point. Game 2 saw Unbearable with 76 those 3 points, Win that 70 those and 2 points, and Melvina 67 those 1 point. In the final game, Golden Arms had 76 those 3 points, Babel 67 those 2 points, and 007 67 those 1 point. Wednesday night's match culminated with Babel as victor, winning by 6s.
Let's hear from the Met Office what we should expect as we come closer to the weekend.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I will be your presenter for this evening, Farah Rock Career. Let's take a look now at some earlier satellite imagery, and what it showed was a few low-level clouds which traversed the Lesser Antilles, which resulted in fairly partly cloudy skies across Dominica. We move on now to some earlier radar imagery, and what it indicated was a few scattered showers across Dominica by late afternoon. The weather tonight is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with a few brief scattered showers. The weather tomorrow is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with an increase in cloudiness and some shower activity by afternoon. The sea conditions tomorrow will be slight to moderate, and waves are expected to be up to 5 feet. What can we expect for the next 3 days? Similar conditions throughout the 3-day period. Fair to partly cloudy skies with a few brief scattered showers and maximum temperatures of up to 32 degrees Celsius. Weak and stable conditions will result in occasional cloudiness and some scattered showers across the Lesser Antilles tomorrow. On the international scene, some thunderstorm activity expected in New York, partly cloudy skies in Miami, and some beautiful sunny conditions expected across London, Caracas, and Beijing. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:54 a.m. and sunset at 6 p.m. Please remember we are in the hurricane season. To keep up to date with weather information, visit our website at weather.gov.dm or call the weather hotline at 447-5555. Join us tomorrow evening for your next weather broadcast. Thank you.
That's news. The headlines again. Strengthened relations with Venezuela improves Dominica's prospects for more aid in light of post-Erika recovery efforts. St. Kitts Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris pledges his country's support for Dominica during his first official visit, and a $5 million setback for DOMLEC's hydropower infrastructure. For past newscasts, visit us on YouTube at Marpin News. You can also contact us via email at news@marpin2k4.com. On behalf of the production team, I am Lourianne Graham Carter. Thank you for joining us.